What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video we are going to be talking about one of the SPAC companies that we talked in our previous videos. They're going to be going public. We're going to go over exactly what is the potential of this company, what is the ideal price point to get involved in this company. We're going to go over exactly what to do and what to expect for the next few days when it comes to this specific company that I'm going to be talking about in this video. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm also going to be doing a quick stock market recap and what are some important economic reports you need to be watching out for tomorrow. So I'm going to cover all this important information coming up. Now, before we get into the video, I appreciate if you can hit the like button. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. So the company that we talked about in the past that was going to be in rumor talks, they were planning to go public, was Lightning EMotors. You know, we were expecting that this company was going to announce they're going to be doing a SPAC deal and going public pretty soon. And the news came out and the stock significantly went up to the upside, especially when the news broke out in after hours. We're going to go over and talk about exactly how the price action affected the stock price later on. But this is the most important thing we need to be looking for moving forward for Lightning EMotors. You know, so they're going to be doing a merger deal with GigCapital3, and the deal values is approximately at $650 million, and the ticker symbol is going to be changing to ZEV. And this is going to potentially be finalized in the first half of 2020. So this is the main news that affected the stock to significantly go higher. So of course, we're going to go over and talk about in detail what is the potential of Lightning EMotors, what are the vehicles they're working with. We're going to watch a video exactly covering this specific detail. But when you look at the price action for GIK, this is the ticker symbol that currently the company is trading with right now. The ticker is going to be changing pretty soon in 2021, but as you can see, the stock went all the way up to $14.43 and it sold off to $12.70. You know, so when we talked about it in the past, when the news potentially going to be announced, you know, the stock price can definitely break higher, go to the upside. This is the exact price action that we were expecting, we were anticipating when these SPAC companies, when there are rumor talks, and once they finalize and they announce the news, the stock price definitely goes up like 10-20% of the upside. That's exactly what happened. So if you got involved in it right around over here when we were talking about it, you know, anticipating that this specific news was going to be announced pretty soon and the stock price is going to potentially go higher, you know, you can definitely lock in your profits when the news got announced, especially right when the market opened. You know, this kind of price action is similar. So you might expect the other SPAC companies that we talked about, you know, they might be trading lower pretty soon. They might be just consolidated in some price point area. But once something news like this happens, you know, once they announce, when they make it official, they're going to be taking this specific company public, the stock price can definitely go higher. And then that's your opportunity to sell out, lock in your profits. But, you know, after that news gets announced, you know, you might expect that the stock could to potentially sell to the downside, you know. So this is exactly the type of price action to expect when you are moving forward, when you're looking to the SPAC company. So you might have this huge spike up in the morning, the stock goes to $14, or it might go up like even higher, and then potentially a pullback happens within the next few days, maybe even the same day, like for this specific company. So when you look at exactly, you know, what is the potential for this company for moving forward, if you want to be invested in this company, you know, we're going to go over and watch a video going over exactly what this company do. So Lightning EMotors powering fleets with Lightning, you know, so they have different vans and vehicles over here. We are definitely going to check out a video explaining to us exactly what they do from the CEO. And they have different vehicles over here. They have electric passenger van, electric cargo vans, electric city bus, repower electric trucks. You know, this company is also working with Plug. You know, that is one of the companies that we talked about when it was a penny stock. You know, the stock eventually is trading higher now. It's in like above $15, $20. So that's really fantastic. So now let's check out the video and see exactly, you know, what this company do, what it's all about, what is their history, and etc. And I'll come back and we talk about what could potentially happen and what's the ideal price point and get involved in this company. Now let's check out the video.
Lightning Systems manufactures electric powertrains for commercial vehicles. So we supply the pieces and parts that are needed to make a proven commercial vehicle fully electric.
We differentiate in the fact that it is not a full truck. It is a powertrain for a truck that already exists, and in our case, multiple trucks that already exist. Vehicles like a Ford Transit, vehicles like a GM 6500 that fleets already know how to service, they already know how to operate, they already are familiar with them, they already know where the spare parts are, they can already get lift gates and shelving and other accessories for, We're taking that great vehicle and we're putting a very tightly integrated, elegantly integrated powertrain into that vehicle so that it still looks and feels and drives better than the stock vehicle, but it's familiar to the customer and it works in their daily work use. We've made a very elegant and smooth integration. A lot of times when you see somebody build an aftermarket powertrain, it's kludgy, the dash doesn't look right, there's gauges that don't make sense anymore, it's not smooth, it's not quiet. All those things are absolutely not true with us. When you hit the accelerator on these electric powertrains, on these big trucks that have an electric powertrain, they're instant torque. It's so smooth, so quiet, that it's just an amazing visceral feel. Everybody smiles when they drive the vehicle.
On a Ford Transit, doing a normal kind of drive cycle, they are saving over $1,000 a month in energy costs, which is huge. So already today, to operate an electric fleet vehicle is cheaper than operating a diesel or gasoline one. And most people don't understand that.
We're watching the system 24/7, 365 when it's on, collecting data every second on every vehicle that's out there. If there's a problem, we know about it usually before the driver does. So we can actually get someone out there and get the unit fixed or alert the driver that they're coming onto a problem.
This is not a nice to have product, this is a product that the world needs if we want to get to the 22nd century.
As you saw from the video, if you believe that the company definitely has potential, you want to get involved in this company. So the ideal price point to get involved in it right now is to potentially, if this price sells off to the downside, usually that is what happens, after the news gets announced. These SPAC companies can potentially start to trade lower and lower because, we kind of know exactly what the amount of the deal is. They already set up exactly when they're going to be finalizing the merger. It's going to be in 2021. So until then, there's not going to be any news coming out. So we still have to just be patient with it. And maybe the stock price can definitely also pull back to the downside. So if you want to be patient and wait for the stock, to come back, to pull back to $12, even below $12 to $11, that could potentially happen. But if you want to just get invested in this company, and also if you have shares in this company, you can just hold it and anticipate there can be more positive news after they go public for this company to potentially go higher, make a new 52-week high. Currently the 52-week high for this company is at $14.43, so definitely be patient with it. If you want to average down, if the stock goes down, so it's good. It's really not that overextended to the upside, even if you want to get involved in it right now. So that is a really good thing compared to the other SPAC companies that we talked about. So ideally, you want to get involved when if it pulls back to $11, if it goes below $12, that's going to be your adding position. And if you just want to get a few shares now too, there's no problem, so unless you want to average down if the price goes down with it. So that's definitely the game plan for GIK Lightning Motors, So now let's talk about exactly what happened in the stock market. So as you can see, the stock market slightly sold off to the downside. The major, sectors like energy, the financials, those other sectors are leading the way for the past few days. But there had a slight pullback to the downside. The only company that performed relatively pretty well is Disney. Disney was up 13.6% to the upside. So that is a significant move. That stock does not make that kind of move within one day. So it's really fantastic to see it actually breaking out to the upside. And I know a lot of people make a lot of money with Disney stock. So also, we have the major news that came out for Pfizer. They have their vaccine approved by the FDA. So that's positive news. So we might expect, some potential rally to happen for the next few days because of this positive news. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of cases that are growing across the states. A lot of people being hospitalized and etc. So really important to wait for it and see exactly how people are going to be reacting to the vaccine. You know exactly what happened in England when they took the vaccine. They have negative reactions, and that affected the stock price a little bit to the downside. So we'll see how everything unfolds once, people start taking the vaccine, so we just have to wait and see for the next few days. So for tomorrow, we don't have any major economic reports. We just have to see how the Pfizer vaccine and all these major news events, that could potentially affect it. So just be on the lookout for that. But that's going to be it for this video. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. If you want to get free stocks, check out the link below. Also, if you want to join the free Discord chat or join the Patreon page, links available. But I catch you guys on another video. Let's get it for tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.